You're just about to go, big leg, New Zealand, and then it's followed by Australia. Some familiar names. We see Oscar Ayodi, we see Colin Sanjera back in the squad. One or two familiar names from Singapore. We see Nelson Oyo. Just tell us about the squad that you've chosen for these two legs.
We have tried to blend some experience with some youth fire, energetic fire, and we hope the squad will be able to deliver as per our benchmark in terms of performance. We were quite impressed with how the experienced players have trained over the break, and we believe that they will add value, and of course the value that we expect them to add is in regards to us playing better and winning more games. Yeah.
He was a notable absentee, Colin Sanjera, in the last two legs. How's his fitness been?
For now, we believe his fitness is where we want it to be. Quite impressed with the hard work that he has put in, and of course we'll be expecting a lot more tries from him. Hopefully he can stretch his mark so that he can leave the other people who are chasing him behind. And also what we also don't take for granted is that his experience is a lot and will help us in managing the games towards the tight moments. Yeah.
There was, of course, a lot of rust. Your pre-season really was delayed heading into Dubai and Cape Town. Just tell us what you've been concentrating on. We saw missed tackles, handling errors in those first two legs. Just tell us what you've been concentrating on in between now.
If you look at how we started and the time we had to prepare, it was not adequate to prepare a team to compete at that level. But we tried to make ground over the break. We've worked a lot on our handling. We've worked a lot on our high ball because it has been an issue. We've really worked on kicking, and we've also brought in some specialists in regards to kicking and game management with the likes of Eden Aguero and Samuel Oliech. So we've also worked a lot on the tackling technique, where because for us, any defense system, you could have the best defense system, but if you don't put in the tackle, then there is no defense, so to say. So we hope that with the additions that we have done, we have added, and the things that we have worked on, then we can get a bit more better results or more consistent results in Wellington and Sydney.
One of the most frustrating things for the fans was the conversions, the kicking. We saw literally even in front of the posts, kicks being missed. What have you been doing to try and correct that?
We've really worked. After every session, we usually have what we call our fundamentals time, and the kickers really work on their kicking. For us, our success rate in regards to conversion is at 65%. It's not that bad. It's just that we need to get it to a minimum of 75, but more around 85%. So we've done a lot of work. We've instituted a more player-oriented kind of way of sorting issues. So we took the players through level 1 coaching, and we have tasked 2 players to handle that, being Colin Sanjera and Darwin Mkitsa, who are the ones who more or less are like our kicking coaches. But we also have an analyst who also assists with the skills in regards to the kicking and the catching and the passing. Yeah.
You've now got a strength and conditioning coach, Ian Gibbons. He's come from England, specifically the Gloucester area, a hotbed of rugby. Just tell us how that's changed now, the focus in training with the players.
Yes, having a SNC in, of course, relieves a lot of pressure because now I can focus on the tactics more. So it has really helped us in trying to gain the lost ground we had due to how we started the program. So he brings in a lot of valuable experience and how to operate on a high performance setup. We also in the final stages of bringing in a team analyst, who's we have more or less bringing him on board, who will also help us in looking at other teams and also in fine-tuning our tactics, so that at least we can have an edge when you play the big teams. Yeah.
You look a lot more settled now. The squad's a lot more settled. Contracts are being settled. We understand, of course, the players and the technical bench have received their contracts for them to go through them. Bonuses, pending allowances have been settled right up to January. How has that changed your frame of mind, the team's frame of mind? I'm sure things are a lot more relaxed now.
Yes, my biggest task as head coach, of course, is to prepare the players to play at their best level, and for them to improve as human beings, as a person in life, career, and also in rugby. So for me, the environment has improved. I'm quite impressed, because that is what I really have to manage a lot. And with the improvement of their environment, then we expect the players can give more, because they are happier, they are more settled, and they can focus more on the rugby. And of course, there are still some challenges that we are facing here and there, which we are trying to resolve. And hopefully, by the end of this tour, most of them would be resolved. Some are institutional, and will take time in terms of governance. But we believe the goodwill that we have from the players, from the union, or from the sponsor, it will be able to sort these issues out. Yeah.
It is a tough group, the New Zealand leg. We see Papua New Guinea, Argentina, England. Kenya can beat any of these teams on their day. How are you preparing to try and go through to the main cup quarterfinals?
Yeah, we have done our preps in regards to those teams. For Papua New Guinea, they play more like Fiji, so we're quite also keen on how we can play and control that game. When you come to England, play a very structured game, very basic, and nothing fancy to it. But we know where the opportunities are versus England, and we'll be looking to capitalize that. We have done our reviews in regards to England, and we have seen the weaknesses, and we'll be hoping to capitalize on the weaknesses. We have seen the strengths, so we'll try and manage that. And hopefully we can get a win out of that. But our key game for us is Argentina, because it's game one, so we have to get it right from day one, from minute one. So for us, Argentina will decide how we progress in the tournament, because it sets a benchmark on how we are going to play and what we are going to build on. So we have done an in-depth review of Argentina, and we believe we have enough firepower to beat Argentina. And hopefully, as we prepare towards the game, we tick all the right boxes. Yeah.
The keen people amongst would notice there's 13 people picked. Usually it's 12 because the legs are far. Just explain why there's 13 players in the squad.
So due to player safety and also concerns in regards to player welfare, RB instituted a player number 13, which now you can carry with you, but when you come to the tournament you only name 12. So in case you have an injury in the tournament, then you can bring in the player number 13 into the 12. So for us, if you look at this leg, it's quite long. The traveling time is I think close to 30 hours. So and we arrive past midnight on Monday next week. So the toll on the players is quite heavy, and the turnaround times between the tournaments is quite heavy. If you look at the time zones, it's opposite of us. It's dark there, here it's day. So we have to go with an extra player just in case anything happens, more like insurance for us, and we hope they can also contribute in the training environment. Yeah.
All right, so just a quick note, of course, we've got the New Zealand and Australia legs coming up, but thanks very much. Speaking on Top Sport on NTV, Innocent Simuyu, the Kenya Sevens head coach, thank you very much for speaking to us on NTV, and on behalf of 40 million plus, we do wish, of course, the Kenya national Sevens team the best of luck.
Thank you.